The Swann Technique. I've developed a new system that will allow you to align your imagination, your thoughts, your words, and your emotions so that your swans line up in a row and you instantly transform into that beautiful swan. I've been testing this technique for a week. The results are mind blowing. You can take a person who feels like they are fat and turn on their thin gene. You can take somebody who doesn't feel loved and turn on their love gene. You can flip things so instantly that my clients and my friends have been arguing with me that they have always felt this way about whatever we're working on. This is Susie, your beautiful millionaire your beautiful millionaire swan queen. Welcome back to the garden, my beautiful ducklings. Subscribe, smash the like button, share my videos. I promise I will love you forever. I am a life coach and I am here to drastically change your life for the better. If you're interested in working with me one-on-one, check out my website below. What I can do in 30 minutes is unbelievable now. It is mind-blowing. I have two therapists who have looked at this and they don't understand how this works, but it works. They looked at it and they said, what you're doing is drastically changing somebody's life, and they don't understand how it's that simple to be done. It is creating your story and asking a better question. The beauty of it is you don't have to do any other techniques. You don't have to script. You don't have to micromanage. Your drama thoughts, your doubts, they go away instantly. You will be mind blown because you won't even want to affirm. So I have taught the ultimate question in a relationship is, why are you happily married? So why am I happily married to Jared? You're not supposed to answer the question. My brain came up with this because you guys are actually answering the question. And the way you are answering the question is with your affirmations. You are affirming that they contact you, that they love you, that they do certain things for you. As a result, you're asking a question that doesn't need an answer in a lacking way. And you are not getting results, or you're getting hot and cold because you're affirming from lack the answer to your question. So I told you guys you needed to start answering your questions with, just because I asked this question. Well, that's true. The question is being asked, so it's a true statement, but then you're still affirming why this person would be happily married to you. You would have this job, this amount of money in your bank account. You cannot ask a question and come from a state of lack. So law of attraction says, ask, believe, receive. This question asks, gets you to believe it so you can receive it. This question has gotten me communication in an hour, somebody else 4 hours, somebody else 8 hours. This question has gotten clients and friends that I know that need a job, people messaging, calling, offering jobs. I know one person within an hour of my asking a question about them getting a job had 3 job offers. I know somebody else who got this question for a job and they got a job offer in an hour. That's how quick this works. On the specific persons, some people are getting the instant within an hour or 2 communication. Fat genes are turned off just like that. Legit, just like that. Simply by creating a 10-word story and asking a better question. So the first part of this question is you need to realize that you're going to have to do some homework. You're going to have to sit down and you're going to have to know feelings that you actually feel. So when you are asking your questions, I said, why do I feel safe to be happily married to Jared, just by asking this question? Well, we need to know that I feel statement exactly what you need to feel. Do you need to feel safe? Do you need to feel secure, worthy, courageous? Do you need to feel relief? Do you need to feel that there is something you need to feel? What is it? For me, safe and worthy. Because of my past relationships of not feeling safe and good enough in the relationships, I need to know that I feel safe and I'm good enough. So that is safety and worthy. So the start of your question would then be, why do I feel safe and worthy? So you got to do some digging here on your questions in order to know what that is that you are feeling. Because if you don't know what it is that you need, the question isn't working. And it is a longer question that is a little bit of a mouthful, but within days you will go from asking this big long question to the ultimate question, why am I happily married? It will make you feel it real. It will put you in the end. It will legit put you in the end. So you are living from the end of your desire. It is what Neville talks about when he says the feeling is the secret. So what feeling do you need to feel? Safety. If you've been hurt in relationships, you need to feel safe. If you have a safety issue, that safety issue also is going to affect your money. Because I tell you guys all the time, money and relationships are tied together. They are legit linked together. So if we can fix your safety issue, we can fix your relationship and your money. If we can fix your worthiness to have a good relationship and to have money, you can have the money. So what is it that you need to feel to be safe in this relationship? Because this is the first part of the question. You guys are affirming that you need to be loved. You need to be important. You need to be respected. You need to be assured that they are faithful. You need to be trusting. So trust is a big one. So if you need to feel important and trust it and have trust in the relationship, you would be, I feel important and trusting in your relationship to be happily married. So that is going to be some work for you guys to get to that point of what it is. So what I suggest you do is sit down with a piece of paper and write your feelings that you need. Now, feelings are not affirming. You need a text message, a phone call. Feeling is, what does safety mean to you? What does trusting mean to you? What does respect mean to you? What does important mean to you? Because that's a huge deal breaker in a relationship. So when you're walking around saying, why am I happily married to Jared? You don't feel safe, so you can't be happily married. You don't feel important, you can't be happily married. So we got a dumpster dive to be able to figure it out. But the thing is, once we figure it out, it shifts like that, and it's done. It's completely finito. Because that shift is a feeling that you're looking for. So what this imagination, thoughts, words, and emotions are is the adult and the inner child. So my questions were always missing, tapping into your inner child. So the 4-year-old in you, what does it need to feel safe? What does it need to feel worthy, respected, appreciated? What does it need to be able to trust? That's what you got to dig on. You got to dig to find out what you are lacking so we can put that in the front part of the question so that you guys can feel it. Now, the questions, again, are longer. And the homework that you have to do allows you to build the question that you need in order to get your desire. And then you can take the specific person and switch it to money, the money to the job to family, friends, the family and friends to getting a new house, a new car. So for me, having a car payment was a huge safety issue because if I don't make enough money, I can't have my car. If I don't make enough money, how do I make my car payment? If things don't change, then I'm screwed. So I had to find ways to make things different. And we're always looking for a different way to do things. So you're going to have to bear with me a little bit because I got some homework for y'all to do in order to be able to get to the full question. So I'm not going to drop the bomb on the question yet, but your first part of your question, you have to know what you feel. Why do I feel safe and worthy to be happily married to Jared? What is that I feel statement that you need to do? Because this question is a huge feeling question. It's loaded with lots of feelings so that you guys can feel it real. And that is the secret to being able to get your question answered, by feeling it real. And when you feel it real, the imagination, the thoughts, the words, and the emotions all line up. You've tied the adult to the inner child, and the universe now can deliver it to you because you asked, you believed it, and now you will receive it. It's really kind of simple, and I'll give you a brief of how this came about. I was working with a client, and she is an amazing lady. She is a therapist, and we were working on her having better relationships. Well, something that she said triggered me because of my assault. And as a result of her talking to me to make sure that I was feeling okay with what was triggered, we found out that I was missing the inner child in my questions. So when I taught you guys, it is true. You do not need to answer your questions because the universe will answer the questions for you. But if you are affirming anything after your question, if it's coming from the lack, you're answering it in the wrong way. So I told you guys, yes, you need to answer your questions. And you need to answer your questions in a way that says, again, just by asking this question. You are consciously asking this question, so the universe has to deliver, but then you're still affirming throughout the day. He's constantly calling me. He's constantly texting me. He's constantly showing up for me. He's constantly spoiling me. He's constantly doing this. I don't have time to sit there and go, Jared's always calling me. Jared's always texting me. Jared's always doing nice things for me. Jared's spoiling me. Jared is knocking on my door right now. Jared's doing this. Jared's doing that. Because if I'm affirming that, it's coming from lack. I don't believe that he's doing this, so I'm affirming that he's doing XYZ so I don't have that feeling of lack. So we have to switch your internal switch to you feel that you have all of these things. And once you get through the question process, you will have all of these things in order to be able to do this. Now, I do have a bunch of people who are testing it. Guys, I don't want you to give out your questions that I have given you yet, but I do want you to leave a comment and tell people how it's working so that they can see that this technique really does work, because I am drastically changing your life instantly for the better now. You got to do your homework. So go figure out what the first part of this question is and what you need to feel to be happily married, to feel to have the money or the house or the car, whatever it is you want. I have gotten one comment that this question is, why am I spoiled times 100? The way it is changing is drastic, legit. People are getting calm, peaceful, happy. They are job offers coming in, phone calls, lots of birds before land, because this is going to bring those out. Remember, when you bring out the birds before land, you got to say, I appreciate this. It makes me feel good. Thank you for doing that, but I need it from Jared. Because you don't want that bird, you want your Jared. And if you want your Jared, you got to say, thank you so much. I appreciate you making me feel good, but I need that from Jared. So keep doing what you're doing, but make sure you guys add your feelings, because everything I've taught you so far has led up to this big question that you are going to ask. So it takes literally my story to 10 words. So shorten your story today. So my 10-word story becomes, I have an amazing relationship with Jared. We're happily married. We are happily married. That's 4 words. Your story becomes so short, it is absolutely positively amazing. And then your question will come in over the next 3 days. We're going to do 3 days for this. So today, Sunday, and Monday, I want you guys to do your feeling statements. Why do I feel a certain way to be happily married? So fill in that feeling. You guys can even put them in the comments below, because when I put the questions together for you on Monday, I might take some of yours that have actually done their homework and made the comments and give you your statements on Monday that you need to ask to drastically change your life for the better. You guys go have an amazing Saturday. Do your homework, shorten your story, find your I feel statements, tune in tomorrow, and we will take to the next part of the question. I love you. I'm going to watch football. Don't forget to leave your comments.